Shalom. Call Yahweh Bashem Yahushua Bahashem Makakwadashi, double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops and great millstone, even the elders that came before them. They taught us this truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers all pushing the word of truth and in sincerity, the hopeful like tabernacle of David. The elder Yahshua back with the WW3 Daily update. And this, this good news translation of 2nd Ezra 9 is going to continue to come out because something wrong with Trump. This dude has got dementia or something. He's declining. All right. So when you get to unstable and confused, shit. All of them are unstable. Netanyahu is unstable and confused, but nobody more so than Nero. Okay, so let's read this. 2nd Ezra 9 and 3. There will be earthquakes, national rebellions, international intrigues, unstable leaders, and confused rulers. This is all we see right now, everywhere. All right, when you see these things happening, you will know that they are what God Most High has spoken about since the beginning of creation. All right, so I'm going to let about 6 minutes of this play. First thing you're going to say is Donald Trump lost his damn mind. My boy Refat, Hunter, Ka reporter. Chinese satellites reveal U.S. military location amidst threats of U.S.-Iran war. So it's a whole bunch of saber-ass straight shit talking going on between Iran and the U.S. And U.S. is supposed to strike between now and Sunday. So let's see what Refat has to say. We're going to play some bickering, some shit talking going on right in here. So let's see how far we get. Take it away.
Donald Trump has once again shown just how clueless he is about his strategy on Iran. Amidst reports that Chinese satellites are making the geolocation of American military buildup in the region public. This would be great news for Iran in its ability to use these fighter information as its potential targets. I will discuss this and also the news that the Israeli terror outfit, the IDF, has finally accepted the death toll of over 71,000 people as released by Gaza Health Ministry.
Okay, real quick. All right, so what does that mean that they accepted the death? That means that World War III clocked that many deaths when it's probably about 8 times that much. 10. All right, take it away.
This is a slap on the faces of Western media outlets such as the BBC, CNN, Sky News, and others. How? I will explain this in a bit, so please stay tuned. Donald Trump has just concluded his press conference, where he was asked about the US military buildup in the Middle East in preparation for potential military strikes against Iran.
We're talking about the world coming to an end with nuclear weapons, because this guy, we don't know his asshole from his elbow. That's pretty remarkable. All right. So as far as the Most High hardening Pharaoh's heart or mind controlling him, what do you think you see going on with Donald Trump right now? That dude has lost his damn mind.
The guy is either suffering from
got that one perfected. So let's try to
military strikes against Iran. The guy
is either suffering from. He stops playing hard.
In Sky News and others. How? I will.
Salakia. Bear with. See if I can catch it.
For potential military strikes against Iran. The guy is either suffering from serious cognitive issues or he's simply following the diktats of his Israeli masters. He said that he had given Iran a deadline. Then he claimed that Iran had agreed to talks before implying that his planned attacks may not come to fruition.
Are you giving Iran any kind of deadline to make a deal before potentially taking
Only
military
they
action?
know for sure.
Have you communicated that to them
Yeah,
directly?
I have.
Is there do you have a timeline for when you're going to pull back potentially the federal presence there?
Look at these proud devils. This dude has lost his whole mind. He's governing World War III. who do you think is going to lose? Look at these proud devils. They're done. They think they can't be touched. The Most High got them under some strong delusion.
We'll see how it all works out.
They think they got this thing all working.
It's a rough situation going on. So I stopped 837 people, as you know, last week from being hung. They were going to hang 830. It was all set. And I mean, I'm looking at the people behind me. They say, "What kind of racing's a lot nicer than that?" They were going to hang 837 people, and I told them, if you do it, you're going to pay a price like nobody's ever paid before. And they pulled back. I appreciated that. But a lot of people are being killed, so we'll see what happens. I can say this: they do want to make a deal.
If Iran doesn't make a deal, is your plan to replicate there what you just did in Venezuela?
I don't want to say that. I don't want to talk. I mean, I don't want to talk about anything having to do with what I'm doing militarily. But we have a tremendously powerful fleet there. We have the most powerful.
You hear this? This is who's taken Babylon into World War III. Listen to this fool.
In the world, we have the most powerful military by far in the world. We showed that on numerous occasions. I mean, I rebuilt the military in my term. If I didn't, I wouldn't, I think, be able to say that. But I rebuilt the military, the entire.
In every war game simulation, China whoops Babylon's ass. They all know it.
United States military in my first term. And now we're building it bigger, better, stronger than ever before. I'm adding to it. We're adding something called the battleship. You would find this interesting. You know the old-fashioned, beautiful battleships? And we're adding up to 25 of them. Each battleship is 100 times more powerful than the battleships of the 1940s, those big power.
And they're all worthless on today's battlefield. They know that. Why are you still building battleships?
Ones with the guns because of what the ships carry. But we're going to build 10. And then we'll see how we like them, and we're going to go and do another 15 after that. Could be up to 25 battleships. 100 times more powerful. Can you imagine that? And it's peace through strength. We don't want to use it, but if we have to use it.
Peace through.
Check this out.
We'll go ahead and cut it right there. How far did we get? Damn it. Let's take it up here real quick. Let's see.
But Iran is in no mood to take Trump's bluff this time around. They have become wiser, and rightly so, since they were deceived so spectacularly in June last year when Trump helped Israeli terrorists to carry out illegal airstrikes on Iran while also scheduling to hold talks with the Iranian delegation 2 days later. As I said in many of my recent videos, Iranians have decided to show no mercy this time if they are attacked by America. They appear to be firm in their resolve to finish this conflict once and for all. According to local reports, the Iranian leadership would treat any future military aggression on their country by America and Israel as a war to eliminate Iran from the surface of the earth. So in other words, this is an existential crisis for them. Therefore, the Islamic Republic has decided to go all out to teach America.
This is huge and it's serious. I hope everybody's paying attention because nobody knows that there's going to be a shutdown starting tomorrow and on and on and on. Nobody's paying attention to nothing.
Lesson this time around. Listen to this Iranian analyst on Press TV.
The reality is that I believe the Iranian leaders have decided to make sure that this is not going to be the case. I think last time Iran was attacked, Iran was surprised. Iran was attacked in the middle of negotiations. No one is going to be surprised this time. I think the planning is to have at least 500 casualties under the site. So you're going to have many American soldiers in body bags, and this is what Iranian leaders have been telling the other side. And hopefully they don't think this is a bluff because they're going to see those body bags arriving in the United States if they decide to attack Iran. If Americans attack Iranian infrastructure, I think the infrastructure of regional countries will be hit because these countries have, some of them, not all of them, the countries that have provided bases for the United States, and U.S. uses these bases to to attack Iran. So if you're a country that has provided a military base to the United States, if U.S. hit Iranian infrastructure, the infrastructure in these countries would be attacked. You cannot have a situation where Iran is only the victim. I think the whole region is going to be blown up.
This is precisely what I have been talking about in many of my recent videos. Iran has devised a strategy to inflict maximum loss by killing 500 US soldiers so that a chilling message is sent to Trump's support base in America. The same support base that voted Trump to power for the second term on the promise that he would not engage the US military on behalf of a rogue settler colony called Israel. Iran has found great help in a Chinese satellite company which has just released its latest photos on the movement of US military forces in the region. These images that you can see on your screen right now were taken on 25th and 26th of January. These images show how the US has deployed the Patriot system and possibly related radars and vehicles at US bases at Al Udeid Air Base in Qatar, which by the way is the largest US base in the Middle East, and Ali Al Salem Air Base in Kuwait. How does this satellite data help Iran? Well, Iran already knows the precise location of the US military apparatus in these bases. What the latest satellite imagery provided by a Chinese company has done and will continue to do so is to help Iran in identifying the current deployment by the US military and define its offensive strategy accordingly.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop it there. As we can see, this war is underway. All we hear is from the side of the West. We don't get to hear the other perspective. We just heard a little bit about how Iran, or the other side, China is supplying satellite information. Look at that. That's air support. Okay. So we just got to sit back and see what's going to happen between now and Sunday, because as it looks right now, if they make this ridiculously stupid move, we already know how it's going to turn out. The Karmanians are going to do their thing, right? Anyway, that's let's see. Maybe we'll just touch on it real quick. 15. Second answer is 15 and Slovakia. Right here. That's all we got to read. The Iranians, the Persians, second Ezra's 15 and 30. Also, the Karmanians raging in wrath. The motherfuckers are mad as hell right now. Shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood, and with great power shall they come join battle with the dragons here, and waste a portion of this fighting force here, the Assyrians, who right now is the U.S. and Trump and Netanyahu are the Assyrians, okay? And that's going to turn the war. And then shall the dragons, why? Because the wild boars, when they're with great power, whooped a whole bunch of ass. So that's the outcome of whatever, is being set up here. So this forward observance here is going to help. It's going to turn the tide.
I said it before, and I'm saying it again. It would be a fool to engage in military adventurism against Iran. Iran is no Venezuela. Even if the US kills or captures members of the Iranian leadership, there are many who will quickly fill those positions. This wouldn't lead to the fall of the so-called regime. But the response from Iran in such a scenario would be unimaginable. If the US thinks it can hit precise targets to destroy the Iranian drone or ballistic missile programs, it should first find out What happened to those 400 kilos of highly enriched uranium that Iran managed to transport to a safe location in last year?
Okay, so uh, we already know the outcome. It's just a matter of when they're going to strike. Are they going to strike this weekend and get this thing popping? We know that Iran's going to win. They're going to waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians. And then they're going to come over here and do the same thing, which is a different lesson. Anyway, with that, this is World War III. All right? Iran, U.S. is World War III proper. Right? Look at China. Is already fighting. Right? Sending gear and weapons. And so, with that, we hope that the elect were edified. All right? Shalom.